This is the Build Zone podcast. Welcome to episode 113 of the Build Zone podcast. My name is Allison Jackson. Over there, we have Mike Maloney. This month, we have the ABC Mass Veterans Committee as our presenting partner. Mike, tell us a little bit about our presenting partner this month.
Yeah, the Veterans Committee, ABC Massachusetts, is a group of veterans, and it's going to be their mission is for the advocacy of the veterans that work for ABC Massachusetts. Member companies that don't work, do work. We're going to get out there and try to get some veterans into the business, help some veterans, do some nice things to veterans groups. So if you listen to this and you are a veteran and want to participate, reach out to me, Mike at gwgci.org. We'd love to have you on the committee of the group. If you're listening, you're an ABC Mass member, we sent out a survey looking for some information. We're not sure how many veterans we have out there. We're not sure if we've got 500 or 10. We're not sure. So we did send a survey out. It was in the newsletter out yesterday, Tuesday, March 5th. So if you're listening to this, check your email. If you would like the link to the survey, reach out to me again, Mike at gwgci.org, and I'll send you the link. We're trying to just gather some information. We want to help veterans. We want to help veterans get into the construction business. We just want to help them in general. So whether it's a charitable donation or doing something nice, volunteering for a veterans committee or a veterans group, we want to help veterans. All right. That's me being a veteran is very important. And we've got some great people on the committee. So Pete Eberhardt is the chairman of the committee. He's done a fantastic job. So special thanks to all the vets on the committee. It's been great. We actually had a little membership meetup last night with the membership committee. Venus Williams and Jim Abbott invited the Veterans Committee to come to Encore last night and meet some people. It was a great time. A lot of people showed up, a lot of prospects. So if you're listening and you're a prospect, hope you join. All right, this week on the podcast, I got a good question for Alice. She doesn't know what's going on. Let's do a quick toast to coffee though, because we need our coffee today.
Cheers.
Cheers. We need it.
How's your coffee? What are you drinking right now? That's a two-part question. How is it tasting and how is it made?
The Dunkin's coffee, it wasn't good when I brought it in the office. It was missing something, so I had to add a little bit of cream to it. But I'm a regular guy.
Not an ad.
Yeah, not an ad. I did work for Dunkin' for many years. And yeah, it wasn't good, which is wild because this place I go in Stoneham over here is actually really good. I don't know what's going on, but it wasn't good this morning. How about you?
I'm drinking Jim's organic coffee, JoJo's blend. It's a new whole bean bag that I found at the supermarket, and I love it more than any other coffee that I have ever made at home. So again, not an ad, but don't buy it out because I want to be able to find it again. But this coffee is absolutely fantastic, and I am enjoying it very much with oat milk.
You're more of a coffee person, expert than I would be. I'm cream and sugar all day long. Whatever.
I used to, shamefully admit that I used to get, what was it? It was like I got a medium iced turtle flavor at Dunkin' Donuts, extra, and then I added more sugar. So the fact that I am alive and well today and healthy is a miracle. And now I literally have done a 180. I get no dairy. Sometimes I'll drink it black, but for the most part, it's only oat milk, no sugar, no flavor. If I'm getting a treat coffee, I will either get English toffee at Kushala Sip in Stoneham, or I will get banana bread at Walnut Street in Lynn. Those are the flavors, or caramel Lou at Mary Lou's. Those are my treat coffees. Otherwise, oat milk and cold brew.
I don't cream and sugar. Maxwell House here. Good to last drop instant coffee.
Maxwell House is good. Yeah. My mom. The best part of waking. Oh no, that's Folgers.
Yep, it's good to last drop. Maxwell House.
There
generation. Yeah, the best generation grew up on Maxwell House.
My house smelled like Maxwell House. My mom kept the big thing in the fridge with the spoon in the thing. I would open it to smell it sometimes, but every morning I'd wake up, my whole house smelled like coffee. And I think that's probably why I am the way that I am today. My mom is very much like me with, just don't talk to me before I've had my coffee.
Yeah, I thought it was this morning. It was a bad morning this morning, but we're good now. We got a coffee. We're good. Speaking of food and some drink stuff here, we're going to talk a bit about, and I got a good question for Allison. Can you name some of the top 30 food turnoffs? Studyfinds.org did a quick little survey, and they're trying to figure out if you're looking to impress someone over dinner, be nice to the restaurant staff. Some of the biggest turning dining turnoffs. What do you think they are? Can you name some of the top five? See how
So
good
are
you
you
are.
talking like we're sitting at the table and I'm
Yes,
so turned off by your behavior?
correct. Yep.
Talking with your mouth full.
Okay, wait a second. That is number two, eating with your mouth open. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. Number three was eating with your mouth full of food. Number two is eating with your mouth open. I'm sorry. So two and three. All right, we'll combine those. What
Okay.
else?
Um, I can't imagine elbows on the table is a thing anymore. Like, who cares? So I'm not gonna say that. Um, what else? I mean, yeah, being rude to restaurant staff, that's an obvious one.
That's the number one.
Oh,
Being rude to waiters, waitresses is number one. Number one, being rude. So, all right. So you got three out of
no,
the five so far. What do you?
I
Any,
know, I know. Reaching onto someone else's plate to take their food. Tell me that's on there. That has to be on there.
that is number seven. Eating other
Yeah,
people's
that's
leftovers
on
without
there.
asking. Well, number
Yep.
seven.
Oh, like sending your food back or like complaining about the food. Is that on there?
It is
I'm
on there
just
somewhere.
like, I'm just
Criticizing
like,
someone's cooking. Yes, number nine. Criticizing someone's cooking.
okay, what else? I'm like just thinking about things that my grandmother does at restaurants. Um, oh, what else? Bad manners at the table. I'm just trying to think of like, give me a hint of one.
um, like say you don't like something that would be really gross if someone did something. Like if you didn't like a piece of steak you ate in the person across you didn't like the steak and they would like, what would
Oh,
they
do they
do with it?
spit it out on their plate? Ugh.
Number four, spinning something
Ooh.
back. All right, last one. Number five. You got three out of five. Which you got your in four, we'll give you half credit there. Okay, but number five, what's number five?
Give me a small hint.
Uh I guess if you had something that got like something that was like you needed to like use something to get out of your
Oh, a
teeth.
toothpick at the table?
Picking your teeth, number five.
Oh, ooh.
Other ones on there are licking a knife, licking your fingers instead of using a napkin, double dipping on a shared spread.
That if it depends on the people you're with for that, I will
Yeah,
say it depends. But if it's like I just met you, unless we've had a conversation like, oh, do you care if we double dip? And we're like, yeah, that's fine. Unless we've had that spoken conversation, don't double dip that
my
into my
mother-in-law
dip.
every year at my Christmas party, she literally will sit and just watch everybody. And if someone double dips, she's like, "Nope, don't touch that food. It's double dip. She won't eat it. She won't touch it." And if she sees someone pet the dog and then go for a chip, doesn't touch the chips. Like it's crazy. Yeah, she's like, and that person pet the dog, didn't wash the hands and touch the chips.
Okay, but I bet you'll touch a doorknob or
That's
something like that and then go touch a chip. And like, what's the difference? Like, you're not lysoling the doorknob every 5 seconds.
hogging dips, not putting the knife and fork together after finishing your plate of food, eating with your hands. This one's a good one because my kids do it. Putting ketchup on every meal.
So gross.
Like
So foul. I think
my
it's
my
nasty.
oldest son loves ketchup on pizza, literally just globs of ketchup. I'm like, you're killing the sauce pizza on the ketchup, but they just love the
I
ketchup.
know people who have eaten it like voluntarily eaten ketchup sandwich. Two pieces of bread with a thick layer of ketchup. I'm not joking.
Well,
Ketchup, dip your broccoli in ketchup.
ooh,
I almost lost my mind when I saw that. That's I won't even tell you who that was.
I'm
Um, I'm not gonna. I don't want a slander campaign coming out against
many
this person.
many moons ago when I was broke and didn't have any money, we used to me and my friends would joke about having mustard sandwiches because that's how broke we were. Mustard sandwiches.
I've
Just
had a
put
cheese
it
and mustard sandwich,
Yeah.
but you know
Cheese and
what?
mustard. Yeah, broke. I could afford a slice of cheese.
Legit, like
Mustard.
like growing up in a condiment household. If like anybody knows what that is, if you're familiar with the TikTok term, but like if you grew up in a condiment household, which I didn't, but there were times where like my mom was like, all right, we got to go grocery shopping, babe, because
Yeah.
like we're down to bare bones here. But like a condiment household is or like an ingredient household. It's like when you only have ingredients to make things, but you can't make a full meal. So people will make like the toast with butter and cinnamon.
Yep. Oh
And
yeah.
that's like an
Yep.
ingredient household meal. Mustard sandwich definitely has to be on there.
Mustard
Oh,
sandwiches.
the cold cut roll up.
Yep. cold cut roll up
You
as they're
take the
doing.
one piece of like ham or turkey, and then you put the slice of American
Yeah.
cheese roll.
Or I remember being a kid, I'd say, I'm hungry. My mom would say, have a slice of cheese. Slice of
Oh,
cheese.
that's nice. My mom would say, have a tall glass of water. Dinner's in 3 hours. And I'd be like, I just got home from school.
All
My
right.
mom was not neglectful. I will, it was not that. It was just like, I loved a little snack.
Yeah,
I loved
all
a little
those.
snack here and there. And she was like, no, you're going to ruin your dinner.
All right. This week on the podcast, we've got Adam Haywood and Christian Robeson. For those who might not know, Christian Robeson is our local craft championship winner, competed in November. He won the electrical competition. So the winner gets to go to Florida to compete in the national craft competition. He will compete against other chapters. Will send their electrical students down to Florida to compete. It's almost a 3 or 4 day long competition. He's going to be, touted around. We've got pipe fitting competitors as well. Nathan Gallagher, he's been on the podcast before. He's going from Notch. We've got the folks from Deco going down to compete. It's a great time. We're leaving on some of us leaving Monday, some leaving Tuesday. It is an amazing time. If you are an ABC Mass member and you've never been to Florida or never been to the competition or been to the convention, you should go. It's a great time. A lot of vendors, a lot of parties, a lot of good times. It's a fantastic time and a great way to show support of the chapter and go down and cheer on the competitors in Massachusetts. Massachusetts typically does really well down there in the competition. And we're hoping that these guys get on there and these students get on there and kick some butt and bring us home the hardware. So let's hear it from Adam Haywood, who is a previous craft instructor of the year for ABC Massachusetts for Premier Power. And he's bringing down one of his students, Christian Robeson from Premier Power. Let's hear it from them. We're in for a treat today. We've got a local craft championship winner and a craft professional of the year winner on with us today, both from Premier Power. I've got Christian Robson and Adam Haywood, both from Premier Power. Welcome to the podcast, gentlemen.
Thank you.
And for those listening at home, this is the second time we're doing this because Mike didn't hit record. So, all right, here we go. We're going to do this for the second time. So, for those who don't know, Christian Robson, he has won the local craft championship, which took place last November. So, Christian, tell us a bit about yourself and tell us, I guess, for the second time, how you got into the electrical field and what you're looking forward to down in Florida.
I went to Shawshene Tech, took electrical there for 4 years, got hooked up with Premier through my shop teacher, and went to Premier Power as a co-op job. Kind of liked it there, so I decided to stick around. And
What you're saying is they won't let you leave. That's what you're telling me. You're tied there. You're forever tied there.
Hey, good help's hard to find. When you get it, you got to put your
Listen,
heads into it.
I preaching the choir here. All right, so tell us a little bit about we talked about it before, but as an athlete in high school, right? When you get out of high school, you no way to compete anymore. This is a great way to keep that competitive juices flowing inside you, right? And Adam came to you and said, "Hey, I just won this award, and I want you to compete in this thing." How did he get you to compete?
He told me that there was going to be a bunch of free tools and free Milwaukee swag, so I was all in.
All right. That's okay. If that's what we're gonna do to get you, that's even better. And then what did you do to get ready for the competition at the local level?
Because he's also my night school teacher, he gave me a few forms that I filled out, did about half of it. Because
Classic.
I'm not a big school person.
Yeah, that's okay.
I excel in the hands-on parts of everything. So after doing some of those forms, he entrusted me with a little bit more to use some of the more expensive benders that we have. So I was doing a lot of work with the electric bender and the hydraulic bender as of recently, and learning how to do all the math with it, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And one of the questions we'd asked before was, you mentioned the math piece. Did you think there'd be this much math in the electrical field?
So going into it, I knew there was a decent amount of math.
It's all math.
How much math?
All.
Luckily, it's all like math that I can understand. We're
That's
not getting too far into things.
Yep. When we go to talk to people, I'll say, how many people, and the people who want to get in the trades, how many people here love math? And no one raises their hands.
Who wants to be an electrician? There, people.
Yeah.
You need to know math, right? This math in every trade doesn't matter. Does pick a trade? Does math? Carpentry, plumbing, electrical, sheet metal, pipe fitting doesn't matter. It's
It's funny because
all
I had this conversation with my daughter the other day.
yeah.
She's 12 now, and she goes, "Why am I have to learn all this math? Like, what's this Pythagorean theorem all
Yep.
about?" I'm like, I use that every day, Ryan.
Yeah.
Every day.
They don't understand, right? They say a lot of people say I'm going to get in the trades because I'm not good at school. I'm going to get in the trades because I'd want to just use my hands. But there's a massive component of that you've got to know your math, right? Because you could kill
Yes.
somebody, you burn a house down, burn a building down, right? Cause a lot of damage or something. So you have to know that. It's important to get that into people's heads. You have an advantage because Adam was your nighttime teacher while you're going here. And then the competition wise, so first step was written test. You passed that. Great job. Second piece was the hands-on piece was done over at Medford Vocational High School. Tell us a little about that. What was the day like for you?
It was like a normal Saturday,
day.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Kind of got there, read all the rules real quick before I went in. I saw that I couldn't bring in any tools that weren't on the list.
Yep.
Decided to throw everything in a Harbor Freight bucket.
And one of the
Got a
things,
few laughs out of that
yeah,
one.
I think one of the things what they won't let you use power tools until they have to use like a hand
Yeah, you
screwdriver
have
or
to use
something.
hand everything.
Yeah.
Adam talked me out of it because there's a penalty for using tools, but it's like a half a point per tool.
Yeah.
So I almost brought in my bandsaw because it would
Hit.
only have deducted me half a point and saved me like 15 minutes.
Yeah. That's good to know. That's good stuff. That's good feedback to know. All right. So then were you shocked when you won the local title? I guess.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked. Adam was pretty hyped.
Yeah, and for the past,
Well,
we
you got to
have
remember, I'm smack talking all the competition.
yeah,
Because all the sponsors are out there just enjoying ourselves. We got nothing to do watching you guys work for 6 hours.
he
So I'm
was
smack talking these guys, and I used to work for them all. So
Yeah.
doing like the Ric Flair, like he's the limousine riding, wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing, son of a gun. Woo! He was walking around saying to people, like he was feather boa, sequined robe, kind of had a smack talk, which is great. I think it's fantastic. It's even better if you've worked for those people. And then we've never had it's been the past couple of years doing electrical competition for the local trade thing, and then to have Premier Power be there and win it for the local. And now you're going to Florida, right? So getting ready for Florida, what are we doing? Are we getting ready? Are we
Yeah, I'm getting ready. Adam's been teaching me even more at night school, even more at work. Nothing too far into the preparations because still got to get work done. The job still got to get finished. So
have you been out there running them like Rocky and Rocky 4 there with like the log over his head in the snow and
no,
making
I
them?
mean, we identified Christian about a year ago as a future leader in the company, and we started entrusting him with a lot more stuff, and he's knocking it out of the park. So we keep pouring it on. I'm not trying to cram his head with how to win a competition. These are all skills for everyday use.
You said it.
If you can go ahead and use that to win the competition, more power to you.
All right. And then when you won it, Christian, when you went home, what were you thinking? What was going through your head when you realized you'd won it?
I was just so stoked that I got all the free stuff.
Got ourselves a Milwaukee fanboy in the house.
All right.
Yeah, real big Milwaukee guy right here.
They'll be down there in Florida. Make sure you meet those guys, and take advantage of going over to meet those guys. And then for those that don't know, in a couple of weeks we'll be going down to Florida to compete in the national competition. Christian's going to be down there to compete against competitors from all around the country. Right? There might be 100 electrical competitors, and I know you said it before. You're looking forward to being around people that are in the trades and excited, as passionate about the trades as you are, right? You're going to have people that are like diehard electrical guys down there. You're going to see you'll see people from all around the country. What are you looking forward the most of all everything going on in Florida a couple of weeks? What are you looking forward to the most?
Definitely the hanging out with everyone.
Yeah.
Because like you were just saying, being surrounded by that type of environment where everyone's so dedicated, it's gonna be something else. And I'm really looking forward to it.
And then for those that maybe listening don't know, Adam Haywood won Craft Professional of the Year a couple years ago. We met him down in San Antonio. Again, works for Premier Power, project manager. Adam, what are you looking most forward to this time going to Florida?
I'm actually looking forward to most of all is just going down there and enjoying it and taking in the sights and the scenes and cheering Christian on, obviously. But when I was down in Texas, it was go over here, you got to take this picture, you got to go meet this guy, you got to kiss this baby, shake this hand, and I didn't really get a chance to go check out the vendors and I had a camera crew following me the whole time. No one,
Oh,
you can't be yourself when that's going
yeah,
on.
yeah, that's right. And we were lucky enough to meet Adam because at the time we didn't know who Adam was, but when we were checking out the hotel that day, we saw Adam with his big gigantic foam paper check there, right? The kind of massive
Happy
giveaway.
Gilmore style.
It's pretty awesome, right? It's like, that's the guy, that's the guy. So got to meet Adam. It's been great because we create a connection right now. We have Adam more involved in things. We've had him come to some events. It's fantastic. And as we get ready for Florida, Adam, what's some advice you're going to give Christian? What is something you're going to tell him to take it all in?
Go down there with the attitude that you're going to win it. Give it everything you got. Enjoy the time, and whatever happens, happens.
That's it. Go down there, have a good time. Come in dead last, whatever. Don't come to work Monday morning. That's it. If you come in dead last, don't come to. Just throw away any sort of tie into anything at ABC Mass. Just go home. Go out the back door. Go home back door.
Yeah, turn in your t-shirts when you get back.
It is going to be a great time. You're going to have a blast. Enjoy yourself down there. Definitely get down there with the attitude of what happens. If you learn something new when you're down there, meet somebody new, get to meet some cool people, and taking the sights on. And your family's going down there, which is going to be exciting. Mom and dad will get to see you live in action on it because they probably don't get to ever see you at work, right?
No,
Yeah,
not
Yeah, we have a no bring your parents to work policy here at Premier.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. Who wants to work in a place like that? You can't bring your parents to work. I'm out. No. Let's see what else. What else could we talk about?
The other thing too, Christian, is you need to know that you are more than capable of winning this.
Oh, it's after that one in just here in Mass, it felt exactly like the 4 years in high school because we have John Bagney as our head shop teacher, who's on the board of electricians from Massachusetts.
Yep.
He designed and developed all of our shop projects exactly like how this competition was. It's on a sheet of plywood on the wall.
Yep.
And you have to meet all of this criteria. Every measurement is a point. Like, he was really big into being perfectly accurate while still getting volume done in a timely manner.
Details matter.
Yeah, and that I've had the luxury a couple times talking to some of the judges after the event, and asked some other Mass guys did, and I think one guy was just like, he was so slow that he didn't even go like the last day, to stop coming, which is wild to me. Just like stopped, like he knew he was so far behind. So like, and then like cleanliness too, like cleaning up after yourself, keeping the shop floor clean. I know they look at that a lot, and they deduct points for like leaving your tools all over the place, not picking up after yourself. So those are some things to keep in mind. And again, like you said, you're going to be down there. You're in a huge convention center. You're going to have 100 electricians around you. People are going to be taking pictures and looking at you, and the camera crews are going to be there. You have people walking around, judges. For the most part, everyone's very helpful, and you're going to get to see some really cool stuff. And those are memories I'll have for a long time. And then hopefully one day you're where Adam is, and there's another apprentice, right? Coming up right behind you. That's important. Adam, anything else you want to tell him? Any advice you want to give him?
No, like I said, just go down there with a winning attitude, and you got this.
Yeah. And hopefully in about a month, when we come back, we're talking to a champ. One thing that they do is really cool is like the last day, they bring up all the competitors on the stage. Everyone's cheering. Adam saw us there a couple years ago cheering for him. Big, all the Mass people got signs, whistling and blowing horns and trying to be as annoying
by
as
far
possible.
the loudest group of people.
That's good to know. So we have to step it up a notch this year. Step it up a notch. Because every chapter brings people, right? And some people are super loud. We want to be the loudest when our guys get called. It's a fantastic time, and people are looking at you, right? ABC Mass, we're a smaller chapter. There's some chapters that have 3 or 4 chapters within a state. Some chapters have thousands of members, which is crazy. And it's just nice to see everybody, like you said, on our side as passionate about ABC as other people are. And it's in Florida, right? Can't go wrong. Florida in March. If you can make a vacation out of it, are you guys going to make a vacation out of it too? You going nuts? Try to hit Disney or something, or yeah.
No, I'm bringing my wife down. She didn't get to come to Texas because she was wrapped up with the kids, but luckily we were able to finagle something where she can come along this time.
I get to meet. Oh, I get to meet Mrs. Haywood this time. Oh,
yep, absolutely.
Interesting. All right, it's good to know. All right, let's our friends Christian and Adam from Premier Power. Wishing them great luck down here. Hopefully, when you win it, we'll come back, manifest a win. We'll come back, put your name on the wall of fame, and we'll have another podcast talk about how your experience was like when you win it. All right, now comes my favorite part of the podcast. It's the lightning round. Second time I'm asking different questions this time. If you were left on a deserted island with either your worst enemy or no one, who would you pick? Worst enemy or no one? Worst enemy. If you had to eat one meal every day for the rest of your life, what would you pick?
Chicken parm.
Favorite item you've bought this year?
Ooh. Probably that new angle grinder.
What would your talent be if you were Mr. World?
I can solve any problem. It's not the right way, but it works.
Oh, Adam likes that.
Well, you're talking to a kid that moved heaven and earth to save 5 minutes.
If you could add anyone to Mount Rushmore, who would it be?
I don't know. I have no idea.
No idea. What fictional family would you be a member of? Fictional meaning like a make-believe. What fictional family would you be a member of? Tough one. We ask the hard-hitting questions here. Get you thinking.
The Phineas and Ferb family.
All right, that's it. Hey, no one's ever said that's a good one. Favorite breakfast food?
Eggs.
Are you a traveler or a homebody?
I'm a traveler. I like to go places.
Where's your favorite place of all the places you've ever traveled to?
It's definitely Maine. I love the state of Maine.
All right. Cat or dog person?
Dog.
Weirdest food you've ever eaten?
Ooh, I had ostrich jerky in upstate New York.
Jeez. If you could live anywhere in the world for a year, where would it be?
Maine.
If you could commit any crime and get away with it, what would you choose and why?
Tax fraud.
I'll subscribe to that.
That's a weird one. If you could do anything in the world as your career, what would you choose?
I mean, I'm doing it right now. It's working.
Way to butt up to the boss. I like that. That's a good one. That's a feather in your cap. And then let's see here. Would you rather be the funniest or the smartest person in the room?
Funniest, because if the funniest guy is typically the smartest.
All right. Any hidden talents?
Not really. I'm okay at everything.
All right. That's all right. And then when you win, first person you're gonna call, other than your parents, right? Who else are you gonna call when you win?
It would be my girlfriend, but she's already gonna be down there. So
all right. Hopefully she'll win. All right. So
probably the other boss.
The other boss. Just make sure you put on your make sure you put on your email tagline there, champion, right? So you can put that on there because that's you do get a medal. You win a medal, right? So if you do place for a second, you get a medal and you can wear that sucker home. Last year I left Florida. I was on the bus on the way back to the airport. I bumped into the F1, the Ferrari IMSA racing team, bunch of Italian guys. So I'm a race car guy. So it was pretty cool to see those guys. You see a lot of cool people. All right. Those are all our friends from Premier Power. Congratulations. Good luck. You're going to kill it down there. Hopefully, we're talking in a month to a champ.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
It was great talking to Adam Haywood and Christian Robeson from Premier Power. The story where we actually got to meet Adam Haywood in San Antonio a couple of years ago was great because having not known who he was and seeing him at the checkout line with the big paper check was fantastic. So we've actually talked a lot. He's come to the golf tournament, so it's been kind of nice to meet him. And now that he's been craft instructor of the year for ABC National a couple of years ago and to send a student down there, and we want to wish everybody luck going to Florida next week. So good luck, everybody. Go down there and represent ABC Mass. Let's kick some butt. Don't come home empty-handed.
Get there early for your flight.
Get there early for your flight. Yep, and it looks like it's going to be a rainy storm Monday, maybe. So who knows if you leave on Monday? What do we got coming up for trainings?
So March, we just have one training left in March. And that's going to be at Springfield Technical, or not, it's going to be in Springfield, Mass. That's the continuing education for plumbers and gas fitters. So if you need your CE for session 16, make sure you sign up for that. April 9th, we have a first aid CPR class. That's going to be at the ABC GCI Woburn office. April 9th, 4 to 8 p.m. And then we have an OSHA 30 hour for construction coming up. We usually only run 1 or 2 a year. I'm not sure when the next one is going to be. So definitely get in if you do not have your OSHA 30. That's going to be April 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. All sessions are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. You do have to attend all 4 sessions to get the full 30-hour certification. And then on April 22nd, we have distracted driver awareness. April is, I believe, driving safety awareness month, something along those lines. And so this distracted driver class is a newer one that we've put on our schedule. It's really great for people who are managing fleets, really great for anyone really that's driving a company van, company truck, or if you just drive in general and you need a little bit of a refresher that's not like state mandated or not court ordered. Maybe cut that part. And then finally, we just had a crew leader class pass on by. But if you did not make it into that crew leader class, we do have another one coming up in June. It's June 10th and 17th. Again, you do have to attend both sessions to get the full certification. But both sessions are from 8 to 2 at the ABC GCI Woburn office. You can check out all of these classes and the rest of what we have through 2024 at gwgci.org/events.
All right, now comes our favorite part of the podcast. It is time for the news, and this week's weekly update is brought to you by Energy Electrical Contractors, Metro Walls and Veterans Development Corporation. And the featured news of the week is a new report that shows recent federal laws will create jobs, deepen construction labor shortage. And a new UMass report finds that the recent Inflation Reduction Act, Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, and CHIPS Science Act will create and support nearly 3 million jobs per year over the lifetime and deepen construction and manufacturing labor shortages. This new report finds that roughly 2/3 of direct job creation is expected to take place in the construction and manufacturing sectors, representing 450,000 jobs and 230 jobs, respectively.
Gotta love that.
Construction Safety Roundtable Series kicks off with a session on job hazard analysis. ABC Mass held the first event. Its Construction Safety Roundtable Series last week. The discussion was facilitated by certified safety professional Milton Jacobs of Safety Solution Consultants. Over 20 people attended, which was great. Well, the topic was well received. And they'll be ABC Mass will be putting an in-person session together on the topic. If you're interested in being qualified as a certified diverse business, you can reach out to Brian A. Lynch Esquire from Rudolph Friedman. He'll talk to you about it. You can read more about it in the blog. Don't forget, veteran survey came out. Please reply to that. It'd be great if we get some information. Upcoming events, we've got the Safety Roundtable taking place March 28th. We got a lunch and learn taking place Wednesday, April 3rd with ABC National. And then Meet the Generals Thursday, April 4th, 5 to 8 over at Granite Links in Quincy, Massachusetts. Spots are filling up fast and it will sell out. So if you're thinking of coming to Meet the Generals on Thursday, April 4th, do it now. All right. More about saving the date stuff for upcoming events can be found at abcmass.org. Reach out to Carol at abcma.org if you want more information. And then we've always want to talk about Building Mass Careers. They've launched a new pre-apprenticeship cohort, and they're seeking members for hands-on training. If you're an ABC Mass member and you want to talk to some of these pre-apprenticeship people, reach out to Steve at abcma.org. It's a great program. It's upcoming trade shows. We attended PHCC last week, which it was great to see a lot of those people and members and non-members and students. It was fantastic. We've got the Metro Southwest Trade and Construction Expo coming up Wednesday, April 3rd. Basket Conference coming up April 8th and 9th. We do want to give a special thanks to Ed Rivera from Spears Manufacturing. He did conduct a CPVC certification training for sprinkler fitter students. It was great demonstration. I had no idea you could put up sprinkler fitter pipes made out of PVC. It's crazy. Special thanks to Bill Babcock, took his pipe fitting class over at the Taunton Municipal Power Plant. It was great to have the students out seeing, what they're learning in action. It was fantastic. I'd like to congratulate Bowden, 50 years in ABC, Massachusetts. It's been a long time. George T. Wilkinson celebrating a landmark anniversary this month, 25 years of membership. And then 6 companies marking 5 years of membership. The Benevento companies, Boston Welding and Design,
Taunton's HM Constructors, CE Painting, Keys North Atlantic, and then Sumco Echo Contracting. We do want to give a shout out to the Haynes Group, big supporters of the podcast. They are working on the Great American Beer Hall in Medford. It was on the news. It's going to be great over in Medford on Mystic Ave. I want to congratulate Sue O'Connor for 40 years at Medford Wellington. Congratulations to her. And then, as always, if you want to be on the Build Zone podcast, reach out to Mike at gwgci.org. And if you're listening, I will be down in Florida next week. I'm going to try to do some of the podcasts from down there. Some people asked me to do it, so we're going to try to do it. Hopefully, we can do it. We've never done it remotely before, so we'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
And as always, like, tag, share, and follow Build Zone podcast, formerly the Coffee Break podcast. Got some new stuff coming out. Got some new merch coming out. So stand by. Anything else? What do you got? Good luck to everybody going to Florida next week. If you're listening, go down to Florida. Most importantly, have a good time. But remember why you're there. You're there to compete, and you're there to show everybody how great ABC Massachusetts and the students and apprentices are. So go down there and kick some butt. Good luck, everybody.
Bye.